My story I want to tell today is about my dad, kind of the upbringing, but my journey from actually my journey from getting strong, deeper and stronger in the faith. My dad was always he's my best friend. Grew up, did everything, bitty basketball, taking my friends to remember the Conoco, get chicken tenders, and just the best dad. Mom taught catechism, just a great family household to be in, raised Catholic. We, and just fast forward in that, just always being there for me. Well, so we went to St. Edmund's in Lafayette as a church, one of many. We have a bunch of them. We're blessed down here. So we used to go to church every Sunday, and I want to say in middle school, and we'd go and we'd leave after the homily, and one day I was like, Dad, like something special's happening. I knew what it was. I've raised cat, like I said, but I knew something was there. I know my dad was a faithful, just loving, holy man, and I said, Dad, we gotta I want to start, staying. I know something's going very special is going down. So we started doing that, and it got him deeper in his faith. I mean, and then fast forward, he was the Grand Knight at one point, the Knights of Columbus, and he got deeper in his faith. And throughout my life, as I grew older, I graduated and had jobs here and there, but everything brought me back home always. And I got two older brothers, but like I said, everything brought me home. But around 2015, he started falling in the hall, and I was, I've always falling, and I've always been home. I moved out once, but I was always around to help Dad and Mom, and just always there. I was the baby, and everything had me home, and it came full circle because he started getting sick around 2015. Like I said, started falling. And we weren't sure. We thought it was dementia, and it dwindled for years. I mean, it was 10 years he was sick, and it was ALS. So at that time, I was trying to find work for 8 years, just on and off. I've been a trainer. Still am certified, but I was trying to do that, take care of him. And fast forward, the last 2 years of his life, it was a call, woke up, tears, just... I said, Mom, I just want to take care of Dad, and that's it. I don't care about anything else. And it got me deeper in my faith. And I did leave it out, but there's a lot that went down this previous 8 years, but he basically just progressed in the sickness, ALS. It takes over your body. It's horrible. But the last 2 years of his life, like I said, I knew my call. It was a call from God. It was strong, and it got me deeper in my faith. I did the catechism year, Father Mike Smits. I mean, he changed my life, and just seeing my dad through that suffering made me want to be a better person, and it made me realize the power of faith and suffering and how much it touched friends. One of my friends, he said we did rosaries we started in a rosary every day for somebody, and I did it for one of my friends, and it said he needed to hear that. It saved his life, literally, hearing that rosary on that day. And me and my dad, we do that every day. I'd wake up, and this is towards like the last two years, like I said, the end of his life, and he was pretty much in the bed, and me and Mom, we'd change him every day. And hygiene, pretty much everything. It got to the point where he couldn't talk. He had a feeding tube, and it was just heartbreaking. But through that heartbreak, it was joy in a sense, because I know I was doing everything I could for him. He did everything for me throughout my life, and what better way? It's in the Bible to take care of our parents, and I did that. Sorry. And through that suffering, like I said, he touched so many people, including his own son. And just like I said, the rosaries and the chaplets and the prayers throughout the last days, last 2 years and the days of his life. I was there to help him. And the moral to the story, what I'm getting at is he got me deeper in my faith, but that goes to show you the powering of suffering. Like nobody suffered more than Jesus on the cross. And he was at the foot. And he was anointed by a lot of priests. And I remember Father Kale actually came to the house, and he said, young man, or he said, Mr. Weber, that was my dad's name, Weber Paron. And he said, Mr. Weber, you got a straight shot to heaven. I still remember. Never forget that. And was anointed by a lot of priests and just touched a lot of people. And I out of the fruit of that, a lot of people in the Catholic circles, and just even the contacts on my phone. I have so many priests on my phone. I mean, it's amazing how God works. Brought everything full circle. And here I am now. I've been Catholic my whole life, but not on fire like this. Just evangelizing now, just from, we would get meditations from one of those good friends. I'd read to them every morning along with our rosary. And now I have a ministry of my own. I send to 20-some people, and it's growing. And that's Dad, that's from heaven. He's give me the graces back for what I did for him. And it's through that suffering. All that suffering we had to watch, and every day it got to the point he just look out the window, and I had a camera on him throughout the day, and I timed my days. Everything revolved around him, taking care of him. But like I said, hygiene, praying with him, all his needs. And through all that, me and Mom always there. My mom helped me as well. Don't know what I would do without her. I mean, she was behind all the research, all the doctors, all the appointments. But when she was busy, she worked full time at home. That was my job, and I knew that was my call, because without us, he wouldn't have got that, especially through the spiritual side, through the prayers and everything. So he would look out the window all the time, and he would look at the ceiling, and we'd always say, Dad, what you looking at? And me and my mom, we would say, I think he sees Jesus. And he was living his purgatory on earth, and just through that suffering, he touched so many people, like I said, including my other two brothers, me, his wife, married for over 50 years. He got to celebrate actually the 50th wedding anniversary a year before he passed, and it was special. And Mom always told him, you better hang on for that 50 years, and he did. And I just had the best dad in the world. He was a role model for me. He was a pharmaceutical rep his whole life, happy-go-lucky. And he never met a stranger. And he was just he was a blessing of a man. I'm going to miss him. And I wanted to share his testimony and just how many lives he touched, even more than we know. It was Memorial Day weekend when he passed away. He was a veteran too. I should include that earlier, but he was a veteran, and that funeral home was packed, and just the speeches people gave, and it just goes to show you through that suffering how many people he touched. Even the friends that hadn't seen him for so long, even when they saw him, and they called him Diddy, that was his nickname. So they would always come visit him at the house, and Mr. Diddy, and they would see him like that. Even my friend at the funeral had saw him, and he's like, I don't remember him like that. I remember the happy-go-lucky man, and we don't know why things happen, but we know we trust in God. We put our faith in him, and he carried his cross to the end, and he touched so many people, and I just wanted to share that. And yeah, that was through that suffering. I can't say we all know nobody suffered more than Jesus, but we carry our cross. We don't pick it out. We pick it up, and that's what I did. I had to, and I'm so glad I did. And I hope this can help people with people that are struggling with ALS or other horrible diseases, Alzheimer's and that family, dementia. So I just wanted to share this testimony, and wanted to bring this up.
People don't. I mean, it takes a lot of time. You know, it's a good thing that you gave up all that time for your dad.
Yeah.
It's a very honorable thing. A lot of people are not as giving and more selfish.
Yeah. And I just felt, those 8 years, like I said, I grew in patience. You know, it helped me be a better man. Learn to be it made me, make me a great father, because it was like taking care of a newborn, but it was just out of love. It's something I had to do. It was a call, and that's why I wanted to bring it.
You took care of him.
Yes.
By the way he responded to his suffering, that's the thing that really got to you.
Yes. It like I said, that when I woke up, I forget the exact date, but it was 2 years left before his life ended, and it was that day when I woke up. I just felt something weird. You wake up and it's like you're crying so hard, it's like hard to breathe, kind of. That's what I felt like, and ever since then I was on fire. I ended up doing the whole catechism in a year. We made it to almost the end of the Bible in a year before he passed, and I was going to daily mass, all stuff I've, even before my aunt passed, prior to my dad on Thanksgiving, and I said, Aunt Pat, I'd say I don't have time. It was always excuses in my prayer life, but it brought it. We almost did. So I did the whole catechism, but we almost finished. But I'm continuing. I'm almost done myself, so I'm gonna finish it in his honor. And I tell him every day when I pray at my kneeler, I'm gonna pray for every day like we used to do. And I was never like, I was always a Catholic and always faithful, but not like that. It changed me. When you see somebody suffer, especially your dad, and just, like I said, he was a grand knight at one point, holy man. He made everybody smile.
So you saw him suffering, and that made you want to be more spiritual?
Through the suffering, I think it helped me. Seeing his suffering, it uplifted me in a way, because I was always faithful and I was always strong in my faith, but it's something that through that, it just inclined me to be a better Catholic, better man. I felt like it uplifted me through patience and just life lessons, just total sacrifice, taking care of him. And I felt that got me deeper, just seeing and praying with him. I think that's got me deeper into it.
He was very spiritual.
Yes, holy man. So were his two sisters too.
He could speak a lot during this illness?
No, it started, he had his voice, but then it slowly dwindled down. The ALS took care of basically everything, to feeding tube. He was bedridden, but we got to the end of life. It was more just like that dad, like, tap your toes or nod your head, something to communicate with him. It was very heartbreaking, but I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Seeing all that, it just made me realize like our faith it's amazing. Like, even through all that suffering, I was still joyful every day. It hurt, but it got me through it. Without the faith, I wouldn't have got through it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. There's no way I would have, right? And that's why it got me deeper, because without that, it would have took me over. And so that was the main thing. And just the way he would look at me, and I it was just a bond. I know what he needed, I know what he wanted, and all he wanted to do was pray. After we did our prayers every day, he was good. I mean, he would watch his Jeopardy. That was his thing in the afternoon, and we'd do night prayer at night. And it was a lot of struggles, but it was worth it. And the graces are abundant, because we're called to take care of our parents, and that's why I want to bring this out, because we need to take care of the people that took care of us. So.